Good morning, students. In the last lecture of the operating system, we were discussed about the concept inter-process communication and their respective types. Now, in this lecture, we will start our next point as threads. Threads in the operating system. In this lecture, you will learn about threads in a operating system and how they work with a process. And also we will discuss the differences between the threads and processes. And after that, in the next lecture, we will learn the concept of multithreading. Now, first we will see what is and exactly thread and processes are. What are the threads in a operating system? In a operating system, a process is a job or a program that can be executed by the computer. We know that in a operating system, what is an process? Process is nothing but a one task or one program that can be executed by our computer system. Think of MS Word application, which is a process that runs on a computer. Consider MS Word is an one application and which is a process. That application is nothing but a one process and that runs on a computer system. But an application can do more than one thing at a time. We know that when we are going to use any application, then at that time application can do more than one thing at a time, which means that a given process is in an operating system can have one or more threads. That means threads represents the actual processing of a code. The threads are very useful in today's multitasking environment or multitasking world. Considering MS Word application, it is convenient to highlight the misspelled words while you are typing, or complete auto-saving of your information as you work on. The threads within the application processes helps you to achieve this goal. Today's operating system all supports the multitasking environment or multitasking world. Suppose you are working with MS Word application, then it is in that application there are facilities such as when you are typing, then misspelled words are automatically corrected, or the line is below that particular word, or auto saving of your information is done while you are using any MS Word application. That time the threads are going to be run. The threads are responsible for doing this task. You can also see the thread concept in Java. Thread is nothing but one of the lightweight process. In short, when you are executing any application or any program in a computer system, then at that time that program is divided into number of sub-processes for concurrent execution of the processes, different processes. Now, each process is again subdivided into number of threads, and threads supports the multi-threading or multitasking environment. Threads executes the number of tasks simultaneously. Thread means a part of a process. Suppose one program is there, that program is divided into number of processes, and again that process is divided into number of threads. That means thread is a lightweight process. It is an sub part of the process. Let's see the introduction about the threads. What is and exactly thread is. A thread is a basic unit of CPU utilization. Thread is a basic unit of the CPU utilization. It comprises a thread ID, a program counter, a register set, and a stack. Like a process, a thread also having its own thread ID, program counter, register set, and a stack for executing a process. A thread is a flow of execution through the process code with its own program counter that keeps track of which next instruction to be executed next. There are different system registers in the thread which holds its current working variable, and there is an also stack which contains the execution history. That all things are present in a thread, that is thread ID, program counter, register set, and stack. It shares with other threads belonging the same process its code section, data section, and other operating system resources such as open files and signal. A traditional process has a single thread of control, and if a process has multiple threads of control, it can perform more than one task at a time. So, today's operating system supports the multi-threading environment in which multiple tasks, multiple threads can run or can execute simultaneously. In a traditional, there is an one thread for one process. Here is a single thread process and here is a multi-threaded process. Here a one thread is created for a one process, and in a multi-threading process there are multiple threads are created for a single process. So multiple tasks can be executed at a time. Here only one thread is created for one process, and here multiple threads are created for one process. So here execution time is very fast, as well as more than one task, more than one job is executed at a time. It is a multi-threaded process and it is a single-threaded process. So if the system is multi-threaded control system, then it is very powerful as it can perform multiple tasks at a time. A thread shares with its peer threads few information like code segment, data segment, and open files. When one thread alerts a code segment memory item, then all other threads see that. Means a thread is also called as a lightweight process because it is an part of an process. Threads provide a way to improve application performance through parallelism. Means by using different threads created by the one process, so multiple application performance can be increased because multiple threads are going to be executed in parallel manner. Threads represent a software approach to improving the performance of the operating system by reducing the overhead. Thread is equivalent to the classical process. Each thread having its own code segment, data segment, and file segment of a process. Each thread belongs to exactly one process, and no thread can exist outside a process. And each thread represents a sequential flow of control. Means in a sequential manner, the number of threads of a particular processes are going to be executed. Threads have been successfully used in implementing the network servers and web server. They also provide a suitable foundation for parallel execution of the applications on the shared memory multiprocessors, because the number of threads of a process can be executed simultaneously. This figure shows the working of single-threaded and multi-threading process. There are some advantages of a thread. For example, threads minimize the context switching time, because a process is divided into number of threads and that threads are executed in a sequential flow or in a sequential manner. So here context switching is not required more. By using a threads or a use of threads provides a concurrency within a process. The threads also provides the efficient communication between the number of processes. And threads allow utilization of multiprocessor architecture to a greater scale and efficiency. These are the some advantages of by using the threads. Consider another example of the thread when a web browser might have one thread for display image or text while another thread retrieve data from the network. That means you consider the example of web browser. Means if any user request for any web server, then there in an web server there are multiple threads created for that particular request. In that request, for example, one thread is responsible for displaying a text. Another one thread is created for displaying images on the web page, or another one thread is created, that thread is used to display the different ads, means advertisements in the particular web page, or another one thread that retrieves the data from the network. Means in the when a user requests for any web page or any web server, then web server creates or that website having a different threads and each thread perform its own task. We know that in case of server ran as a traditional single threaded process, then it would be able to service only one client at a time. If any server is running as a single threaded process, then it provides a service for only one client at a time. Means a server run as single process that accept a request. When the server receive a request, it creates a separate process for servicing that request. But this is a very time consuming process. So it is not generally more efficient to use one process, so that we contains a multiple threads. So multiple requests can be handled by the server at a time. This is all about the thread. Thread is nothing but the lightweight process, and it is some part of a process. Next we will see what are the advantages or the benefits of multi-threaded programming. The modern operating systems are multi-threaded operating system, and that makes them very powerful. Means one process if have multiple threads, then multiple tasks taking place at a time. There are four main benefits of using multi-threaded environment, and that advantages or that benefits are categorized into these 4 points. First one is the responsiveness. The multi-threading operating systems are interactive system or application. The multi-threading operating systems are very interactive system. This environment may allow a program to execute or run continuously even if the part of it is blocked, or it may be performing a lengthy operation, and this is known as responsiveness to the user. That means if the process is divided into the multiple threads, then if one thread completes its execution, then its output can be immediately returned. Or if one thread is blocked during its execution, then it does not affect on other process. This is an responsiveness to the user. This provides the responsiveness to the every user. Next advantage of the multi-threading model is the resource sharing. Threads belongs to a particular process. We know that a thread belongs to its own process. Thread belong to a particular process. The resources allocated or allotted to the process can be used by its thread. So, what resources allocated by the process, that resources can be used by the threads. So, many threads can share resources of its process to which they belong. So, the advantage of the sharing code and data is that it allows an application to have many threads activity within the same address space of the process. In short, what is an resource sharing? Resources like code, data, files can be shared among all the threads within a process. Means if any process hold a resource, then that resource can be shared by that process threads, different threads of that particular process. Note that stack and registers cannot be shared among a thread. Each thread has its own stack and registers. See, in this multi-threading architecture, the stack and registers are separately allocated for each thread. The stack and registers are not commonly shared among the threads. Only code, data and files of the particular process can be shared by the number of threads. Next one is the economy. Next advantage is the economy. We have already seen that a process creation is costly due to memory allocation and resource allocation. As a thread shares all the resources required from its process to which they belong, so it is economical. The overhead of creating and managing process is much more than creating and managing a thread. The next advantage of the multi-threading model is the utilization of multiprocessor architecture. The advantage of multi-threading can be increased to great extent in multiprocessor environment or multiprocessor architecture. Here, many threads run on multiple processors. So, multi-threading is very useful on multi-CPU machine to increase the concurrency, to increase the parallelism. In short, if we have multiple threads in a single process, then we can schedule multiple threads on a multiprocessor. This will make a process execution faster. These are the 4 advantages of multi-threading model. Here, this shows the difference between the process and thread. What is an exactly difference between process and thread? See this difference? The primary difference is that threads within a same process run in a shared memory space, while processes run in a separate memory space. The threads are not independent of one another like processes are. As a result, threads shares with other threads their code section, data section and operating system resources like open files and signal. But like a process, a thread has its own program counter, that is PC, register set and stack space. These are the differences between the processes and threads. Next we will see the types of threads. Threads are implemented in following two ways. First one is the user level thread and second one is the kernel level thread. First we will see what is an user level thread. These are the user level threads. See this figure? This thread uses a user space for a thread scheduling. The user level threads uses the user's space. We know that in the operating system there are two areas. User area means user space and kernel space. The user level threads uses the user space for the threads creation or the threads scheduling. These threads are transparent to the operating system. User level threads are created by the runtime libraries that cannot execute privileges instructions. These user level threads are created by the runtime library. There is one thread library. That library is responsible for creating a different user level threads for a particular process. These threads have low overhead, but it can achieve a high performance in a computation. User level threads also provides the high performance. User level threads are managed entirely by the runtime system. The runtime system is responsible for managing the number of user level threads. User level threads are small and faster. A thread is simply represented by a program counter, registers, stack and small thread control block. The code for creation and destroying a thread, message passing and data transfer is included into the thread library. The thread library performs all these tasks like creation of thread, destruction of a particular thread, message passing, data transfer within a thread, thread scheduling. These all are the activities performed by the thread library. The user level threads do not invoke the kernel for the scheduling decision. Here the kernel is not participate in the scheduling of a user level thread. The decision is only taken by the thread library. And a user level thread also called many to one mapping thread, because here operating system maps all thread in a multi-threaded process to a single execution context. In short, what are the user level threads? These threads managed by the user itself. The thread management kernel is not aware to existence of a thread. The kernel do not interface between the thread management of a user level thread. And a thread library contains the code for the creating, destroying a thread, for passing messages between different threads and data between the threads, for scheduling thread execution and for saving, restoring thread context, the application start with a single thread, and these all activities are managed by the thread library. There are some advantages and disadvantages of the user level thread. What are the advantages of user level thread? Thread switching does not require kernel mode privilege, because here thread library performs all the activities. User level thread can run on any operating system. Scheduling can be application specific in the user level thread. Depending on the application, the scheduling is done between the different threads. User level threads are fast to create and manage, because the user level threads are very small and that are very faster. Next we will see what are the disadvantages of the user level thread. In a typical operating system, most system call are blocking, and a multi-threaded application cannot take the advantage of a multiprocessing. Next we will see what is a kernel level thread. See this figure here, a kernel level thread representation is shown. In a kernel level thread, a thread management is done by the kernel. Kernel is nothing but heart of the operating system. Kernel is an heart of an operating system. Here operating system support the kernel level thread. The operating system supports the all kernel level threads. Since the kernel mapping threads, kernel can schedule another thread if a given thread blocks rather than blocking the entire process. Here kernel mapping a threads. Kernel can schedule the thread management. If a given thread blocks, then rather than blocking the entire process, kernel produces a new thread. Kernel level thread support one-to-one thread mapping. This mapping requires each user level thread with kernel level thread. Here one-to-one thread mapping is occur, in which each one user level thread is mapped with the one kernel level thread. The operating system performs this mapping. Here threads are constructed and controlled by the system call. The system calls whole and sole responsible for creating and managing all the kernel level threads. Any application can be programmed to be multi-threaded, then all of the threads within an application are supported within a single process. Here kernel performs scheduling on a thread basis. The kernel support for the scheduling, management, thread creation only in the kernel space. For example, Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows NT, Sun Solaris, etc. These operating systems supports the kernel level thread management effectively. In short, in this case, a thread management is done by the kernel. There is no thread management code in the application area. Kernel threads are supported directly by the operating system. Any application can be programmed to be multi-threaded, then all of the threads within an application are supported within a single process. Here, operating system managed threads acting on a kernel and operating system core, then that type of threads are called as kernel level thread. There are some advantage and disadvantage of the kernel level thread. in kernel level thread, one-to-one mapping is occurred. Means each user level thread is maps with the one kernel thread. So kernel level thread supports the one-to-one mapping. Here all the activities of the thread like thread creation, thread scheduling, thread management is done in the kernel space. For the user level thread, these are activities performed in a user space, but in a kernel level thread, all the activities of the kernel are done in the kernel space, and the kernel performs the thread management. These are the some advantages and disadvantages of the kernel level thread. What are the advantages? Kernel can simultaneously schedule multiple threads from the same process on the multiple processes. Next, if one thread in a process is blocked, then kernel can schedule another thread for the same process. If any one thread is getting blocked, then kernel schedule another thread for that particular process. Kernel routines themselves can be multi-threaded. The kernel routines are supports for the multi-threading environment. Then what are the drawbacks of the kernel level thread? Kernel threads are generally slower to create and manage than the user level threads. We know that user level threads are small and faster, but as compared to user level threads, the kernel level threads are generally slower to create and manage. Next, transfer of control from one thread to another within the same process requires a mode switch to the kernel. These are the advantages and disadvantages of the kernel level thread. Now what we will study in today's lecture? First we will see what is an exactly thread in an operating system. Then we see the structure of single threaded process and multi-threaded process. After that we will see we were seeing the example of a thread, that is a web server. Next we are discussed about the what are the different benefits of using multi-threaded programming. Then we were seeing the difference between process and thread. Then we are discussed about the types of thread, that are user level thread and kernel level thread. This is a difference between user level thread and kernel level thread. Okay, thank you.